Good morning, this is Kris Shoemaker, also known as Yehudah ben Shomeyr, and you're listening to Coffee with Kris, the time of the day where we share a cup of coffee and share a bit of the Word of God. Thank you so much for joining me on this Friday morning for a hot cup of coffee and a hot cup of the Word of God. We are in the Torah portion of Mikketz, which means at the end, and this is the Friday-Saturday portion, and we're closing out this Torah portion for the week. It's taken from Genesis chapter 43:15 to 44:17, so let's jump right into chapter 44, verse 9. And so it says, "Whoever among your servants is found with it, let him die, and we will also be my Lord's slaves." So let me give you a little background so we can put some context to this verse. All right, so they brought Benjamin down to Egypt, and to prove that they were honest men. And they, had a meal with Joseph and all this kind of stuff. He filled their sacks with grain and sent them on their way. But he put his chalice in Benjamin's sack so that he can have an excuse to go get them and bring them back. And so when Joseph's servants caught up with the brothers as they were leaving Egypt, and they inspected their baggage and found the cup in Benjamin's sack, it just blew the brothers away because they were sure that they weren't going to find anything. And so the brothers said, "Whoever among your servants is found with it, let him die." Their whole purpose was bringing Benjamin down was so to prove that they were honest men, but yet Jacob had this issue. Well, something might happen to him, just like something happened to his older brother Joseph. He's gone and never seen him since. Assumed that he's been eaten by some kind of ravenous animal. And so he didn't want the same kind of thing or something similar to happen to Benjamin. But yet here, this is what exactly is going to happen. Because they said, "Whoever among you, among your servants is found with it, let him die." And they had no idea that that chalice of Joseph's was hidden in Benjamin's sack. So they felt pretty sheepish and foolish and regretted what they said after it happened. This reminds me of the claim that Jacob made when Laban was chasing him down, and Laban said, "Well, why'd you steal my gods? Why did you steal?" And he's like, "Look, no, I didn't steal a thing." And so this is what he said. This is what Jacob said to Laban. "Anyone with whom you find your God shall not live. In front of our relatives, identify whatever is yours that is with me, and take it back." But Jacob did not know that Rachel had stole them. Just as the brothers didn't know that Benjamin unwittingly had the chalice, Jacob had no idea that Rachel stole the household gods. So the brothers decreed a death sentence on Benjamin, and Jacob decreed a death sentence on his wife Rachel. Why? Because of pride and being offended. Because Jacob and eventually the sons of Israel were offended and attempted to defend themselves. As a result of trying to defend themselves, they got into trouble. So in a situation similar in your life, the best thing to do is what Yeshua himself did. He did not open his mouth. He never tried to defend himself. Let your innocence speak for itself. Guys, thanks so much for listening. Go out there and have a great day. Have a great week. Shabbat Shalom and Shavua Tov. God bless.